Good evening, Warriors. Welcome to episode 32 of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report, your home for all things Warriors, K through 12. This channel is about one thing and one thing only, celebrating our kids, our coaches, and our community. Elementary, middle school, high school, boys, girls, varsity, JV, club, travel. If you're competing with Warrior Pride, this is your show. And let me say this report only works because of you. I can't be everywhere. I can't see every buzzer beater, every pin, every personal best, every huge defensive stop. That's why this has always been a community-driven show. When our Warriors succeed, we all celebrate. When they battle, we all rally. That's what makes Grass Lake different. We are officially entering winter sports postseason action. This is the time of year where everything gets turned up a notch. The practices get sharper. The crowds get louder. The margin for error gets smaller. In basketball, teams are preparing for tournament runs. In wrestling, it's survive and advance. In competitive cheer, it's about hitting routines when the pressure is at its highest. This is what they've been working for since October, November. The regular season builds you. The postseason defines you. This is where toughness shows. This is where leadership matters. This is where our Warriors decide how long they want the season to last. And I'll tell you this right now, our kids are ready. So, buckle up, Warrior Nation. Here we go. In Warrior Wrestling news, I have got plenty of action for you. There was plenty going on this last week. As I mentioned at the opening of the show, our postseason has begun for our winter sports, and our wrestlers got things started last Wednesday. Grass Lake was host for the Michigan High School Athletic Association District 192 tournament on Wednesday night, and unfortunately, the Warriors fell to the eventual district champion Onstead Wildcats, 66-17. The boys then would travel down to Dundee on Saturday morning for the individual districts, and Aiden Durham would bring home a individual district championship at that district competition down in Dundee to keep his record undefeated on the season. Brandon Rohde made it to the championship round and came up just short, finishing in second place. But both these boys will qualify for the regional competition, which will be held at Leslie High School next Saturday, the February 21st. So not too far from home. I'm sure those boys would appreciate you in the gym, cheering them on for that regional competition next Saturday out at Leslie High School. Junior Aiden Johnson fell just short of qualifying for regionals at the 113-pound division. Unfortunately, he had to wrestle in one of the toughest brackets in the tournament, and his season comes to an end with an overall record of 28-6. Also, freshman Grady Cromery fell just short as well of qualifying for the regional competition. He had an awesome freshman season, finishing his season with a 31-9 record. Then Ava Hall traveled to Clinton on Sunday for the girls' district competition. Ava won her first match by pin in 27 seconds. Unfortunately, lost a close one in her second match by decision 18-16. Won her third match by pin in 56 seconds. And then again, came up just one match short of qualifying for the regionals. But a great freshman year for Ava, finishing the season 25-16. Our middle school wrestlers had two events this week. One was on Tuesday at Michigan Center. And here's a little highlight reel I put together from that jamboree out at Michigan Center. Then on Thursday, the middle schoolers were at home hosting the Cascades Conference Middle School Championships. Striker Dominic started things off with a 17-1 tech fall. Here's a nice cradle pin by Lewis Hilbear against Napoleon. Lewis with the win. Then Brody Paraga with a big hip toss against East Jackson in the second round for a nice second round pin. Jack Henkel against Jonesville, working it. Trying to get that pin. First round action, got it. Win for Jack. Then Ethan Linneberry against Jonesville with a takedown 4-3. Goes on to win 6-0. Jay Myers in a first round action against Jonesville. Battle for 3 rounds. Nice reversal late in the round for 2 points. And here he is again working. Another reversal late in the round for 2 points. Goes on to win that match 6-0. Striker Dominic again against Columbia with a nice pin right here for his second win of the day. Lewis Hilbear against Leslie. Cradles up his opponent and gets a pin for a win. Memphis Hall against East Jackson. Working to get that pin. Got it. Memphis Hall with the win. Gus Latshaw against Leslie. Works quickly. Getting that pin in the first round. Gus with a big win. And Sam Riccardi going against Leslie with a first round pin. Jack back in action again. Gets Michigan Center. Jack sticking with it. Not giving up on this one. He's working it hard. He's not giving up on nothing. And that's a pin. Second win on a day for Jack. Fulton with another win. Brody against Jonesville with another big time pin. Brody was his second win of the day. Gus with another win over Hanover, 23-5. Lewis with another win. Ethan with another win. Jonathan working hard to get this pin against Columbia Central late in the day. That win there would earn him a spot in the championship round. Marshall Johnson with a 9-8 hard-fought win against Manchester. And then Jonathan Myers in the championship round against Addison with another nice reversal late in the round. Jonathan with a nice takedown and a win, 8-1 for the championship. So as a team at that event, the Warriors finished in first place overall, well ahead of Addison and Columbia Central, who were second and third. Plenty of wrestlers earning medals that day, just a total team effort. First place, Memphis Hall at 90 pounds, Lewis Hilbear at 105, Jay Myers at 115, Gus Latshaw at 125, and Sam Riccardi at 185. Second place, coming up just short, but definitely something to be proud of. Jack Hinkle at 85, Striker Dominique at 100, Alex Rurka at 110. In third place, Henry Cromery at 167, Brody Pawag at 215, Ethan Linneberry at 245, and then in fourth place at 120, Marshall Johnson and 130 Colton White. So just an awesome day of wrestling and awesome week of wrestling for these Warriors. The middle schoolers have one event remaining, which is in about 2 weeks, February 28th. Junior draws out at Parkside, so they will spend the next 2 weeks prepping, training, practicing for that event. We're looking forward to it to finish the season out strong. And then lastly, we had some Warriors competing out at the MYWAY event in Manchester. Peyton Camilleri finished in first place for the Warriors with a pin in 10 seconds, a pin in 23 seconds, a pin in 49 seconds, and then the championship match, a tech fall win, 19-3. Dayton Stoddard also competed in that same event, unfortunately losing his first match, winning his second match with a pin, and then just falling short of that third place spot, losing a close decision, 9-5. But way to go, young fellas. Keep up the hard work. And then it looks like next weekend those MYWAY competitors will be out in Plymouth Canton for an open invite out there. So that's all I've got for you for this week for wrestling news. But big event coming up, like I said, Saturday out at Leslie, the individual regional finals, where Aiden Durham and Brandon Rohde will compete. So if you've got time, swing out there and watch some young fellows get after it. So way to go, Warriors. In hockey news, let's talk about Jackson Zebo and his Jackson United hockey team. Had 2 competitions this week, one on Friday and one on Saturday to close out their regular season. United traveled up to East Lansing on Friday to take on Eastern and came out on top in that competition, winning 5-4. Jackson Zebo with a goal and an assist for 2 points on the night. Way to go, Jackson. And they would close out the regular season at Optimus Ice Arena on Saturday and celebrate their 5 seniors for senior night. United came together and got a victory for those 2026 senior, winning 7-1 over Ann Arbor Skyline. Jackson Zebo with 2 more points in this competition with 2 assists on the night. So that brings United's record to 17-10 overall for the season. 3-1 in the conference, according to the Michigan High School Athletic Association website, which puts them just behind Dexter in the Southeastern Conference White. United will be moving into postseason action this week. On Wednesday, they will travel to Kalamazoo at the Wings Event Center to take on Kalamazoo Lloyd Norrix. So, good luck to Jackson Zebo, Coach Travis Zebo, and the Jackson United team as they enter into postseason action. Play as long as you can, boys. Out on the hardwood, we've got Warriors hoops action for you. Our JV boys had 2 competitions this week. One on Tuesday against Michigan Center and one on Thursday against Vandercook. And here's some highlights from that Michigan Center game. Boys ended up falling to the Cardinals 35-66 at home. Elijah Walling led the Warriors with 14 points, followed by Wesley Rule with 8 and Gage Saltz with 4. They then traveled down to Vandercook on Thursday night and finished the conference season up with a big 64-25 win over Vandercook. Elijah Walling with 21, James Warburton with 12, and Wesley Rule with 10. So that brings the JV boys basketball team win total for the season to 6, and they have 2 competitions remaining coming up this week. In boys varsity action, they also took on Michigan Center at home and Vandercook on the road. That Tuesday night game against Michigan Center was honoring our senior, number 3, Connor Sherwood, the lone senior on this year's basketball team. And here are your highlights from that competition.
And we'll have to deal with that today. You can see us in the corner, and the finish goes for Gilbert. He gets the first basket for Grass Lake.
Points. Only less than a handful of Cardinals have done that.
Snar goes up and puts it in on the mid-range jumper. He's got 2 to start, and that's the good dump off from Gilbert as well.
He's not going to call him a timeout to get him out of trouble.
3 ball. Good. Gilbert.
With the Minuteman sewer and drain 3-pointer. And you got to give it up to this Grass Lake student section. They only may have 2 wins on the season as we see the layup there, but this student section is showing up for tonight's game.
Grass Lake quickly gets it into the offensive half. Good ball movement and an open look for Ethan Brown.
Yeah, amazing job to find the streaking Ethan Brown.
This team and Coach Howard said they kind of struggle with the fouls. They kind of get a little frustrated sometimes, and Will Ford answers.
Yeah, they have to keep cool heads. Cooler heads prevail. Play as a team.
Kick back out. Looking for somebody to give it. Snare's going to drive. Goes up. Buzzer beater. Good! To tie it up at the end of 8 minutes.
Just kept it in.
Stays on the sideline. Almost went out, but drive instead. No whistle and a foul. They wanted a push off an offensive foul.
All they meet. Visit Asher Creek at 121 East Michigan Ave or call them at 517-522-4141.
Before you want to kind of ease back when that lead gets really, really big, and that one's going to fall for Connor Sherwood, the senior.
But on the Simply Enchanted highlights after the game.
Grass Lake lost it, hang on to it. They take the shot, and it's a 3-ball for Gilbert. He gets up to 9.
I'm going to call them out. They were standing for the first half. They were sitting for the second half.
They're
staying here. They're staying here, though, Matt. They haven't left.
The senior. That's a junior, a senior. Bunch of different guys on the floor. And Sherwood on senior night.
The Warriors would ultimately lose their last conference home game of the season, 30-56. Connor Sherwood and Braden Gilbert led the Warriors with 9 points each. The Warriors then traveled to Vandercook on Thursday night for their final conference matchup of the year and took down Vandercook 57-41. Brayden Snar led the Warriors with 12 points. Ethan Brown and Kobe Sandoval each added 8 for the Warriors as well. So that brings the Grass Lake Warriors boys varsity win total to 3 for the season. They will travel to Whiteford High School on Monday night for a game against Ottawa Lake Whiteford. And then on Thursday, they will travel out to Pinckney to take on Pinckney in their final regular season game of the season. In Lady Warriors hoops action, our varsity girls had 2 competitions this week. They started out with a big one at Michigan Center for the top spot in the Cascades East Division. And here are your highlights from that action. The girls handled business on the road, leaving no doubt who the best girls basketball team in the Cascades Conference East is. Grass Lake ended up winning 75-41. Maya Vigeland scored 24 points and dished out 4 assists, while Reese Lake added 24 and 9 rebounds. Leah Starkey also scored 10 points for the Warriors. The Warriors then traveled out to Napoleon for their second contest of the week and still had plenty left in the tank as they took down the Pirates 63-9. Maya Vigeland scored a team-high 13 points and dished out 4 assists, while Reese Lake added 12 and 5 steals along with Adeline Jarko for 10 points for the Warriors. These ladies have been playing well all season and are being recognized across the state. This is the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan girls rankings for week 6. In Division 3, we've got Grass Lake ranked at number 4. So with those 2 wins this last week, that brings the girls' overall season record to 16-1, 13-0 in the conference. We have 2 competitions coming up this week on the 17th and the 19th, both against Leslie, one at home, one on the road. And then Saturday, they will be out at Spring Arbor for the Cascades Conference Championship game. I'm not 100% sure who they were playing against. That's to be determined. The champion of the West Division. And I'm not sure who's on top, if I were to guess. So looking at this, it looks like Columbia Central is in the lead right now, but there's a big game Tuesday night between Hanover Horton and Columbia Central. So I'm not 100% sure, but that may determine who plays Grass Lake on Saturday. So one of those 2 teams for sure. So that'll be the big one on Saturday night out at Spring Arbor University for the Cascades Conference Championship. And then they will have one more remaining regular season game before postseason action begins. And then the middle school boys action. They are still going strong with some tournaments. Our 6th graders headed out to Hanover Horton on February 15th and took home first place. Way to go, boys. Then this weekend out at Napoleon on Saturday, February 21st, we've got lots of Warriors in action. 5th grade boys team will get things started at 11:30 against Howell, 1:30 against Pinckney, and then 3:30 against Sylvania. And then those 6th grade boys will get things kicked off at 8:30 in the morning against Montpelier Village Hoops, a team out of Clinton. And then they will play again at 10:30 against Pinckney Kings. And then their position game will be at 12:30. Then the 7th grade boys will also get things kicked off at 8:30 against Stockbridge. And then at 10:30 against Quincy. And then their position games will be either at 11:30 or 12:30. Hopefully 12:30 because that's when the championship game is. And then our 8th grade boys will play at 1:30 against Blissfield, 2:30 against Northwest, and then 4:30 at Hanover Horton. So you got hoops all day out at Napoleon next Saturday for those 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams. In high school competitive cheer news, our cheer team had a record-breaking weekend at the Tri-County Cheer Meet, finishing in 4th place with a score of 681. The Lady Warriors had the highest round 1 score recorded in school history, the highest second round score in over a decade, and the highest round 3 score recorded in school history, and the highest overall score recorded in school history. Also, a big shout out to our individual award winners: Jordan Snyder, first team All-County; Lillian Gilbert, first team All-County; and Layla Smith, All-County Honorable Mention. So coming up this weekend on Saturday, Grass Lake High School will host districts for competitive cheer. So these girls will be at home competing in the district championships. They're also looking for volunteers to help with that. A number of different opportunities to volunteer. I will have the sign-up genius that they've created for that event available in the description of the show for you to use if you can help out on Saturday morning. In Warrior bowling action, our Grass Lake Warrior Bowlers competed out at Jack 60 this weekend in Cascades Conference Singles competition. Phoenix Grillo finished in 8th place in the boys division, bowling a personal best 243. And Cecilia Scheller finishes in 4th place for the JV girls. Then on Sunday, the varsity girls stepped up to the lane. Marielle Schafferin finished in 2nd place with a 183 average. Madison Bush finished in 5th place with a 173 average. Emma Troyer finished in 7th place with a 166 average. And Kylie Relier finished in 8th place with a 160 average. And in the boys division, Xander Wire finished in 2nd place with a 198 average. And Braden Relier finished in 5th place with a 182 average. So on Thursday, both the boys and the girls will be heading up to Royal Scott up in Lansing for the bowling state regional championships. Good luck to all our bowlers. In Warrior baseball softball news, the Grass Lake Summer Youth League registration officially closes Sunday night, February 15th. So if you did not get your Warriors signed up in the 6 weeks that the registration was open, I highly encourage you to get in touch with the Grass Lake Summer Youth League board as soon as possible if you still want to get your kid registered, because the window has closed. We've still got open gyms coming up. Keep an eye on your school announcements, whether it's elementary or the middle school, for specific dates and times. I believe we'll be in there next Saturday and the following couple Saturdays up until spring break-ish time. You can also find that information on the Grass Lake Summer Youth League Facebook page or website. Also on Wednesday nights, I will be in the auxiliary gym working with 11 and 12U Grass Lake kids, inspiring to be pitchers, or 10U kids if you're inspiring to play up a level. For 7:30 to 9, I will also have a few special guests in there from time to time. This week, I do have the Westcott boys, Casey, Kayline, and Brady will be in there sharing their pitching knowledge with these young men. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. It should be a great evening. Also, don't forget, our high school baseball teams are looking for sponsors that are interested in having their names up on the fence at the field. We're looking for fence line banner sponsors. If you're interested in doing that, please get a hold of Coach Sullen, Keith Sullen, at grasslakeschools.com. And spring is in the air. Our high school baseball schedules has been released. Our JV schedule, they will start out the season April 7th on the road against Homer. And the varsity team will start out the season March 25th at home against Springport. So things are getting exciting for spring sports. The last thing I'll touch on in this episode is the upcoming Grass Lake Warrior Club Cash-A-Rama, set for Saturday, March 21st, out at Gene Davis and Son Banquet Center. This is the Warrior Club's biggest fundraiser of the year for our Warrior athletes. Tickets are $100 for a couple to get in the door, to eat, to drink, to dance, just to hang out with fellow Warriors, and a chance to win $2,000. Make sure you get your ticket before February 23rd, which is about a week away, to be entered in that early bird drawing for a chance at $150. There's all kinds of exciting games to play. There's raffle baskets. There's 50-50 drawings. There's bingo. There's also the buy-in board. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm always dabbling in that. But it's a good time for a good cause. You can get your tickets from any Warrior Club member or at the high school office. Like I said, this is the biggest fundraiser for the Warrior Club, and this supplies our athletes with the items that they need to be successful on the field. So, and if you have questions on where to get your tickets, get a hold of me. You can email me at GrassLakeSportsWeeklyReport@gmail.com, and I will get you your ticket one way or another. We'll get it figured out. So, once again, those tickets are on sale. They're looking to sell them. We've got 200 tickets to get rid of. Probably about half of them are gone right now. So jump on them before they disappear. As we head into winter postseason action, this is where memories are made, Warriors. This is the time our athletes will remember years from now. The packed gyms, the bus rides, the nerves before tip-off, the handshakes after the final whistle. These moments matter. These seasons matter. The way our kids compete with toughness, class, and pride, that matters most of all. But remember, this show only works if we work together. If I missed a score, if someone broke a record, if your team had a huge win, if a Warrior deserves a shout out, send it to me. Email everything you got to glsportsweeklyreport@gmail.com. Pictures, results, milestones, celebrations, K through 12. If it involves a Warrior, I want to know about it. If you're enjoying the show, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, share it with other Warrior families, and help us keep building something special for this community. The more we grow, the more we can celebrate our kids. We are entering the best time of the year, postseason time. So let's pack the stands, let's be loud, let's represent Grass Lake the right way. And until next time, God bless our kids, God bless our community, and go Warriors!